Welcome to Embrace Relief. I am Chelsea Winterholler, and I am so excited to be your coach today. This is episode 128, Mewy. Hello. Welcome to 2025. I write in a journal every single night, and I am still writing 2024 every single night. I can't wait for the day that I just naturally write 2025. So happy that you're here with me, friends. I have had a few what I would call transformational experiences in the last month or so, and I'm excited to have the opportunity to take the way that I am growing and changing and share it with you this year. I know that we are better together. I am so grateful for those who strengthen me and lift me, and I have nothing but belief in you, my listeners, nothing but excitement and joy, and I just hold so much power and strength that I just want to send your way for all that you have on your hearts and minds and all that you desire to accomplish. I am especially talking to a lot of people right now and hearing a lot about a couple different emotions, and those emotions are doubt and fear. And these are very real emotions that each of us experiences often, if not daily. I think we experience them. However, we don't have to. And I want to talk about one way today that we can help those big feelings of doubt and fear slow down just a little bit. A lot of these feelings come from the unknown, right? Especially feelings of fear come from the unknown, not knowing what's ahead, not knowing how to plan for it, not knowing how friends or family members are going to react. And a lot of doubt, I feel, comes from comparing ourselves to others, looking at the ways that we might be falling short or ways that we feel that we are falling short, because I truly don't believe that we are ever falling short. I feel that failing is just a step in the right direction. I am grateful for the opportunity to fail and learn and grow. One of my very favorite Peloton instructors was talking about this on a workout the other day, how as we push ourselves to the limit with weights, lifting as heavy as we can, we don't even know how heavy we can go until we get to a weight that we actually fail at. That's when we know how far we can go, and that's when we know what it's going to take to reach our goals and to step over that line. So I really, truly do believe that failing is just the first step to success. Sometimes the first, second, third, and 15th step to success. My doubts and fears, these feelings, a feeling of doubt, a feeling of fear, I can typically get them to go away mentally by writing down models. So let's say I look at someone who is walking down the street, or perhaps someone in my sphere of influence, someone who is my hero, someone that I look to for advice. And the second my eye makes contact with this other person, I feel doubt. All of a sudden, I can feel that nervousness, the bubbles coming up in my chest. I can feel maybe pressure coming down on my shoulders. And it's because I've had a thought go through my head. The thought might be something like, I don't measure up, or I'll never be as awesome as they are, or I can't achieve all that they've achieved. Something to that effect, right? They are doing it better than I am doing it. All of these thoughts swirl around in our head and create doubt for us. And it's okay to feel doubt. I believe that all emotions are okay to feel. However, the beautiful thing about our brains is that when we recognize this feeling of doubt, those bubbles or that pressure that all of a sudden seems to come out of nowhere, we can actually reflect on the thought that is creating it. So, as you look at these thoughts of, I don't measure up, I'm going to sum it up all in that one. I want you to really be able to focus in that this person just existing in front of you is not making you doubt yourself. It's actually the thoughts that are going through your head that are making you feel this feeling of doubt. And what do you do when you feel doubt? You start to list all the ways that you stink. You start to really hyper compare yourself to the person in front of you. You actually start to judge yourself against them, and you start to judge the person in front of you as well. You might cry. You might wallow and eat some ice cream as you are living in this feeling of doubt. And the only thing that this feeling of doubt creates for you is withholding. It withholds you from measuring up to who you have the potential to be. It holds you back from looking to your unique skill set and seeing what you have to offer the world. Now, after you recognize this, after you realize that this is all happening simply because of a thought that is going through your head, you can put it in a model just like I did. You can work it out so that your brain can find a little relief. That really, really does help my doubts and my fears to go away mentally by processing through a model like I just did. However, my doubts and fears seem to hang with me emotionally. Even when I have something all figured out in my head, sometimes my heart is still holding on to what I saw, holding on to those judgments that I've been telling myself year after year. So I want us to go inside of our hearts to figure out how to silence those fears. And today, I'm going to tell you my very first step of doing this. Next week, we are going to really dig in to how to move forward and help your heart find greater purpose. But today, I want to tell you about Miui. Miui is a Japanese word that I have come to honor in the past couple of months. It was first introduced to me from an elder in my church. And as I heard him speak of it, I immediately felt a prick in my heart, knowing that it was something that I wanted to do. He explained it as slowing down and living with a greater spiritual awareness. And this really, really connected with me and who I want to be in the coming 50 years of my life. I got curious and I looked up, I'm loving ChatGPT. It is just full of knowledge. Really, AI, I know there are tons of flip sides to this coin, but there are also a lot of positive things. And it was so beautiful for me to learn what Miui means. It means effortless action, stillness, or non-action. Now, that might sound crazy and lazy and like you're just about to do nothing at all. But to me, it means something totally different. As I hear that, I want to truly embrace simplicity and embrace stillness. And this got me looking through the Bible in an Isaiah. It actually says that in returning and rest ye shall be saved. In quietness and in confidence shall be your strength. I love this scripture so much. I think the Old Testament is just full of beautiful things that I don't fully understand. But this is just such a beautiful, beautiful verse. In returning and rest ye shall be saved. In quietness and in confidence shall be your strength. I am constantly looking for strength, and I am constantly looking to be saved by God. I have found that MUI for me really means being still with Christ. When I am feeling these doubts and fears, as I'm able to mentally flush them out in the model like I just did, I then take these doubts and fears to Christ. And it has been such a beautiful opportunity for me to draw near unto Him, to become closer to Christ. Elder Budge, who is where I first heard this word MUI, he said it reminds him to be still and to seek Christ every day with all of my heart, my mind, and strength. And that is also what it has come to mean to me, to be still and to seek Christ every day. Now, it looks different for all of us. I have found it in quiet times of meditation. I actually made a commitment to walk outside every day and look for MUI. So it's been a wonderful opportunity to go on a walk and breathe in the fresh air and put aside all of the distractions in my life and actually look for the ways that stillness is surrounding me. As I have been looking for it, I actually found this beautiful, beautiful trail down the street from my house that has been there for the last 3 years that I have lived in this home, but I hadn't ever gone on the trail. I had stayed on the road, on the brick road that has houses and people doing constructions and the brick road. I've been watching Wicked too much, can you tell? On the gravel road that is noisy and loud and full of distractions. For 3 years, I've been walking down this gravel road, and I thought I was feeling peace on this road, which I was. It's surrounded by pine trees and it's beautiful. But when I decided to look for stillness, I finally saw this beautiful, beautiful path that leads you somewhat along the road, but it takes you off and you go up and down hills and through trails in this beautiful treed forest. And I truly feel that I found my MUI path. I found my path of stillness. I found my path of rest, where the Savior can come and talk to me. And I believe that we all have those. Sometimes it comes to me in my car, sometimes when I'm studying, always when I'm meditating, I am able to feel that stillness as I am seeking the Lord each and every day. So I want to challenge you to find your MUI. I want you to find your stillness and your peace. And I would love you to find it with Jesus, if you would like to. Just yesterday, a friend sent me a song called My Jesus, and I love it so much. And I want to tell everyone about my Jesus who loves me and guides me and helps me find stillness, even in the chaos, even in these deep feelings of fear and doubt. My Jesus accompanies me and is an advocate for me and shows me love and concern all along the way. So, my very first thought to you this year is to seek MUI. Seek that stillness, and I promise you will be able to find it in Christ. If this resonated with you today, I want you to do two things. Go to my website and set up a completely free consult. We can talk one-on-one. We can figure out what areas of your life you want to zoom in on and really figure out what emotions are fueling you today. And second, I would love you to share this podcast with a friend. If it resonated with you, it will definitely help them too. I'll see you soon, friends.